Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Yeah, beautiful day, beautiful blue skies. Sun is going down late afternoon, and yeah, I'm up in the hills, up in the mountains at the neighbors, and I was doing some work again today, and I'm going to show you what I got done. As soon as I sneeze from looking at the sun, whew, I understand that is a natural thing that's built into the human body function, and it originally was put there by whoever our creators were, so that as soon as you were being born and light got in your eyes, you're supposed to sneeze and clear your air passage. At least that's a story I heard one time. I don't know if it's absolutely true, but it sounds feasible. But I know if I turn and catch the sun just right in my eyes, just right, I sneeze every time. Anyway, like I said, beautiful day. Most of the snow in the mountains is melting over there. As you can see, it's not white all the way down to the ground anymore. But, okay, so here's what I got done over here today. I got the rest of the pipe glued together, and I got some tape onto the fittings on both sides of the valve, so I can put my wrap on here as soon as I pick that up. I was at Home Depot today because I had to go buy the filter for here, which is right here, a high flow household filtration system. And that's a 1-inch inlet outlet. That's what I wanted because that's what the piping is. And we did some pipe fitting today. So here's what we got. And for the owner who watches this, when I send them a copy of it, the paperwork for all of this stuff is here. That big round thing is from Romper Room. That's what she used to hold up and say, "Romper stomp a domp a doo. Tell me, tell me, tell me true. Are my friends here and having fun at play? Are all my friends here today?" Something like that. Anyway, that's the wrench for taking the filter off. There's the filter in line right there. And that metal thing is the bracket that normally you would bolt into the top of this and then bolt it to the wall. That's not needed here because the span is so short. It's got good support. And I'm going to be cutting a block of wood that slides right underneath the filter just to keep the excess weight off of it once it's full of water. Because that thing holds about a gallon of water. All right, so the pipe comes in through the wall there, goes through the filter, comes out of the filter, and then I put a T here. And like I mentioned yesterday in comments, I was going to add a bypass in here. And that's what the blue valve down here is. That's a bypass. That's so if the electricity goes out, if they have a rolling blackout or something like that, and the pump can't run, well, you can still have gravity feed water down at the cabin. You come in here, you'll unplug the pump so it doesn't run as soon as you release pressure, and open up that other valve right there, this one. And I wrote on here, unplug pump before opening to gravity feed. So that'll go straight through and go down into the pipe that goes to the house, gravity feed. It also, when that one is closed, as it is right now, the water comes up into the pump there, comes out of the outlet here, and goes down through the pipe and down to the cabin. Now, I had to take the hose bib off of here because I needed the extra room, and I'm going to get a street L that goes in here and turns this way. Then I'll put the hose valve over here. So that'll work out better for me. But this is all glued into place, and the pump is bolted down to the flooring so it doesn't vibrate and move around or anything like that. And I got my electrical stuff here because the electrical is going to go right on this wall. Possibly tomorrow I'll go rent a ditch witch, and I got to do about 110 feet from the cabin, right where my van is, up to this wall here. And I got all the conduit right there. So that's all ready to go, and the fittings are in the box here. So we're moving along, singing a song side by side. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, yeah, it'll come up right here. The box, he can burn that in his wood burner, so you keep warm with a little bit of cardboard. And that's the way we get rid of that stuff. The pump box is over there. He can do the same thing with that, just tear it up and burn it. That's what I do with all of my burnables, is I burn them. Anyway, unless it's clear brown paper bags or clear corrugated cardboard, and then I can put that in my worm farm or in the compost pile, and that breaks down really well. But if it's got ink on it like that, and it's got the wax or the plastic finish on the cardboard, all it's good for is burning. So anyway, that's where we stand right now. Let's move on down to the house, and I'll show you what I got done down here. Oh, bury me not on the lone prairie. These words I sing so dreadfully. All right, so had to do something while I was walking, right? Okay, that electrical outlet over there in the corner, before I plugged into it the first time, I tested it, and that one was reverse polarity. So whoever hooked it up wrong. And I'm going to tell you a little secret about hooking a receptacle up. A lot of people don't know this little secret. Here we have an electrical receptacle, and it doesn't matter if it's the old style like this or the new square rectangular shaped decors or whatever. It doesn't matter. If it's a 115 or 120 volt receptacle, it will have the same features. Okay, you got one large slot and one short slot. The large slot is always the neutral, the white wire. The smaller one is always the hot wire, the positive wire, or the black, or it could be blue or red, but normally red is signifies, if you have a black and a red in the same box, that signifies 220 volts. So you have two hot wires. One is black, one is red. Okay, so here's the neat feature. This is how you can always remember which wire goes where. On one side, the screws are silver, so that's where the white wire goes. On the other side, they're gold, and that's where the black wire goes. So just remember, white screw, white wire. That's all you have to remember, and you're all set. And a lot of people will put these in this way, and that's wrong. Okay, the only time it's in this way in the wall is if it's a switched outlet. In a lot of the newer houses where they build, they don't put lights in the ceilings. They put a switched receptacle in the room at a strategic point where you would put a table lamp or something like that, or a stand lamp, and plug it in. They put them in upside down to tell you that it's a switched receptacle. So you don't just plug your vacuum cleaner in and say, oh my God, my vacuum cleaner doesn't work. Well, it will if you walk over to the wall and flip the light switch. All right, so if you see one upside down, it's supposed to be a switched receptacle. All right, they're normally always this way. Just remember, it's a little face going, oh my God, I just got a shock. Anyway, what I did was I put a new receptacle out here in a weather-tight box, as you can see. And these are lockable. You can put a padlock on them if you want to make sure that nobody comes up and uses your electricity. But this is already connected inside, and I changed out the receptacle that was on the inside. It was a standard receptacle like this, but because it's going to be handling an outdoor receptacle here and up there, I had to put a GFCI. That stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter. And that means that at like 0.05 of an amp, of change to the fault of the ground, it will pop the little breaker inside of the receptacle. It's the one that has the two little buttons on it right here, and it keeps you from getting electrocuted. So whenever you have an outdoor receptacle, you're supposed to have a GFCI. You're also supposed to have those in garages. You're supposed to have them in wet locations within 3 feet of any sink or bathtub or anything like that. It's got to be a GFI protected unit. Now, you don't put one of the GFIs in every single receptacle or every box that's within 3 feet. Usually those are all tied on the same wiring going through. They just daisy loop from one to the next to the next to the next. So you have to find the first one in the line. You put a GFCI in that one, and you have 2 sets of screws just like this on the GFCI. Okay, one of them will have a yellow tape across it at the bottom, and it'll be marked. That's for additional receptacles. So if you want all of the receptacles on that chain, that daisy chain, to be protected, you hook the 2 hot wires coming in, the hot and neutral on the top screws, and then coming off of the bottom screws, you hook the other set of wires. And then everything down the line will also be GFCI protected. If you have a short or a ground fault in any one of those, it'll pop that one GFCI at the end. You probably notice that in newer houses, they have that for all the garage receptacles, outdoor receptacles, kitchen receptacles, bathroom receptacles. They'll all be GFCI protected. And a lot of times they'll have them set up on the newer houses to save money. They have one GFCI in an upstairs bathroom or a downstairs bathroom or in the garage that fixes all of those. They're all on the same circuit. So you're upstairs using the bathroom and you drop your razor in the sink, beep, it pops the GFCI. Well, you got to know where it is, because you're probably going to end up going all the way downstairs to either the laundry or the garage and press a button down there. All right. So we got all of that handled. We got all of that covered. Any questions about electrical, feel free to ask. I got that one over there. Got the reverse wires fixed up properly. That was a little treasure of a job because the wires were too short, and I had to pigtail them and bring them out a little bit longer, but it's all done now. All right, that's all I have for today, everybody. Don't forget, please like my videos, click the thumbs up down there, and don't forget to subscribe, share, save. All those things down there are for you to use. You got to try them sometime. It's a lot of fun. Click on one of those things down there. Thank you, everybody. This is G Bear signing off.